finally it happened. I was able to locate an NES Classic for myself. Rather, Phil Bond located it for me. So thank you, Phil. It's been how many months since this came out? You couldn't find this thing anywhere in stores. Like, you can find the Atari unit. You can find that Sega one that actually plays Genesis games. And even though this is $60, good luck paying that much for it. Well, I did. Oh, and then this carrying case. We'll get to that later. Oh, and I was using this to prop it up. Don't judge me. All right, so here it is. And I bet you're asking yourself, Sean, why the NES Classic when you have the real thing right here? Well, I'll tell you why. See these games behind here? These are getting pretty expensive. I mean, this is a very good investment. Nintendo was pretty smart to release this, and for a price of only $60, you get this really great instant collection. I mean, look at all these friggin' games. Mega Man 2, Mario 2, Donkey Kong Jr., which is Donkey Kong 2, Double Dragon 2, Zelda 2, Pac-Man. Now that's a big deal because first it was released by Tengen on an officially licensed cart. Then they released it on an unofficial cart. And then Namco released the exact same game, literally the exact same thing as the Tengen version, but with new box art. Oh, which reminds me, no Ms. Pac-Man, so no Pac-Man 2. Now Final Fantasy 2, that would have been good. Anyway, Castlevania alone is like $30 now. Basically, I have 2 Castlevanias on here. I mean, literally, Simon's Quest. It really does have Castlevania 2. So there, it's paid for. Yeah, so basically at $2 a game, you can't go wrong. I guess what I'm saying here is I took this out of the hands of somebody who's probably a lot more deserving. But it's mine! Me. And this is great too. Finally, just in time for the 31st anniversary of this guy. Close enough. Sorry, old-timer. Okay, I'm going to unbox this thing. If you're not interested in that part of it, go ahead and skip ahead to the part where I actually play some of these games. It'll be in the description somewhere down there, I'm sure. But this is going to be really good. You don't want to miss this. It'll be pretty good. Pretty good. Please stay. I don't want to be alone. All right, let's do this. Oh, hello. Jeez, talk about a blast in the retro press. Now that is a beaut. Now you're playing with power. All right, that's way too shiny. And just in case we weren't sure, a bunch of instructions in various languages on how to hook it up. Oh, look at that. You can get my Nintendo points for this. Don't mind if I do. Not that I can buy anything useful with them. All right, here we go. That photo's not kidding. He's so little. Wait a minute. Okay, I mean, right, clearly no contest there. Oh my God. Well, I think they've done it. All right, enough of that. All right, let's look at this thing. I mean, it is so small. On the front, you have the power button, reset button. Oh, it clicks. And of course, the power light. Never changed, Nintendo. And then this, we'll get back to this. On the back, HDMI output and DC input. And if you'll see, that's a micro, or is that a mini USB? It's USB. HDMI logo, because having it here wasn't enough, apparently. Model CLV001. Seriously, never changed, Nintendo. Even has the rubber feet. Next. Oh boy. Well, look at that. I mean, it looks pretty. It's so new, right? Like, it's just so shiny and smooth. I wonder. Yeah, CLV002. Just look at that. It is just. I mean, I swear they must have busted out the old molders on the red. These are virtually identical. I cannot tell these apart. Like, the fonts are the same in the same positions, and just everything looks the same. Now this looks a little different. This is a little more rounded over here than this one, so pretty close. Probably just a recreation, because I bet you the internals, there's no way that they're the same as what's in here. Not to mention this feels a lot lighter, so the components are definitely different. I'm sure someone's on a teardown video somewhere. I'll link it if I find one. What else we got in here? wall plug with a USB 2 input there. No Nintendo part number on this, so did they outsource it? And then, look at that. I mean, at this point, if I'd been like Vinnk in one of his videos and he forgot where the AV cables were, it's just HDMI and a micro or mini USB, so it wouldn't be that hard to hook it up. But yeah, let's use the official one, shall we? And I mean, I could just let this go, but I really got to look at this because Nintendo has used the same part since the Wii U. Yep, WUP008, so that's the exact same one they used since the Wii U. And then the AC adapter, there's a little tag in here that recommends that you disconnect it when it's not in use. No identifying marks or part numbers on this, so just a USB cable. I mean, basically this is just a phone charger. Like literally my wife's phone has this exact setup. I could just use that to power this thing. Probably much better than the massive brick that came with the original. And it's rated for 100 to 240 volts, so this will work in Japan, this will work in the US, this will work in Europe, with an adapter, of course, because not everyone has this two-prong outlet. That, for those who don't know, is the connector for accessories on a Wii remote, which has been around since 2006. This guy is, and he plugs right in there. And you notice it only came with the one controller. Apparently that's changed for the SNES Classic. They'll come with two and cost 20 bucks more as a result. But you can buy these separately for $20, allegedly. And it works as a Wii Classic controller for as much as you have the buttons available here. So NES stuff and maybe some Master System games or the like, then this is all you'll really need. No home button though. So that's interesting, but I guess you can use the Wii remote for that. But this presents a problem because you don't need to have an NES controller in there. You can have any Wii Classic or Pro controller that came out for that system, and it should work just fine as player 2. But if you notice, there might be a little bit of a problem with player 1. What is that, do you ask? Well, I'll just show you. I have all these selections to choose from. Right, first we got this guy, the original Classic controller, and then the Classic Controller Pro, which the only real difference is the handles, I guess. Oh, and the buttons are moved from here. We got this Princess Peach fighting pad that came out for Smash Brothers, and then this Luigi one that I picked up as well. What do these things have in common? They have this in common. This little plastic clip that is supposed to be used to run your Wii Remote's strap through. A feature I never use. I don't know anyone who does, but the problem becomes obvious. Well, how the hell do I get this in here now? However, one of these things is not like the other. Luigi here has this, pretty much the same as the one on the NES. So you're able to put it into player 1, NES controller in player 2, voila. Man, these vents are even actually a real vent, so it's being used for the purpose it was designed for. That's crazy. All right, I promise we'll get to the carrying case, and we shall. All right, looks like we just have some very nice snug spots for everything here. Console itself, controllers, I assume all the cables go here, so real simple. What's the best way to put this in? I guess. Maybe here. Maybe that's where it goes. Oh man, this empty space is taunting me. I have to get another one. So yeah, that's the NES Classic. I really wish I could have another controller, try some proper two-player, but you know, you can still use the Wii controller and everything like that. It's still a pretty good value if you only pay 60 bucks for it, because it's $2 a game, and a lot of those cartridges are $30 or more on their own, so that's a pretty great deal. So I really recommend that you pick one up, assuming you can find one.
I found one.
No!
It's mine!
How does he get here so fast?
Famicom Dojo.
God bless you, Hori. You truly do understand me.